Welcome to Greeley, Colorado, a picturesque city known for its vibrant music scene. This thriving hub of creativity and community is home to many talented artists, among them the charismatic trumpeter, Scott Sessions. Yet, this harmonious facade belies a darker reality. In a desolate area outside the city, the lifeless body of the beloved musician was found, silencing a once vibrant note in Greeley's symphony. But beneath this lively culture hides a chilling tale of obsession and murder. Meet Heather Frank, a local diner waitress with a seemingly normal life. Day in and day out, she serves coffee and pie with a sunny smile, a picture of small-town Americana. But when the sun sets, the bright facade fades, revealing a darker side. Empty liquor bottles litter her home, silent witnesses to countless nights lost in a haze. Shouts echo through the rooms, remnants of heated arguments that paint a chilling image of a life unraveling at the seams. Enter Kevin, a specter lurking at the edges of Heather's life. His gaze, intense and unwavering, betrays an obsession that runs deep. A figure in the shadows, he watches Heather, his eyes telling a story of jealousy and unrequited love. As the days pass, this obsession only grows, casting an ominous shadow over Heather's life. Underneath the facade, Heather's life was far from ordinary. In the shadows lurked Kevin, a man obsessed and consumed by jealousy. His world revolved around Heather, a siren who danced to the rhythm of her own tune, oblivious to the dangerous obsession she had unwittingly ignited. Kevin's eyes were glued to Heather. Each smile she shared, each laugh she gifted, he wished were for him alone. But there was Scott, the musician, the charmer, who effortlessly commanded Heather's attention. His trumpet melodies echoed in the night, piercing Kevin's heart with every note. Heather, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing, found herself caught in a whirlwind of emotions. Her relationship with Kevin was strained, fraught with silent arguments and unspoken frustrations. Yet, unbeknownst to her, Kevin's jealousy was not just a mere annoyance. It was a ticking time bomb, waiting to explode. And Scott, the unsuspecting victim, was right in the eye of the storm. This toxic obsession would soon spiral out of control. On a fateful night, a sinister plot was set in motion. The quiet town of Greeley was blissfully unaware of the unfolding tragedy. Heather and Kevin, bound by a sinister pact, were ready to execute their plan. As the moon hung low in the night sky, a series of text messages were exchanged. Scott, unsuspecting, was lured to Heather's house. The promise of camaraderie and music was a ruse, a deadly bait that Scott unknowingly accepted. Upon his arrival, the atmosphere was tense. The confrontation was inevitable. Words were exchanged, heated and filled with accusations. The air was thick with trepidation and fear. The house, usually filled with the soothing sounds of trumpet notes, was now a stage for an impending disaster. As the confrontation escalated, the unthinkable happened. The once lively musician, Scott Sessions, met an untimely and brutal end. The night was pierced by the wailing sirens of emergency vehicles. Their flashing lights painted the quiet streets of Greeley with a grim spectacle of red and blue. The house, a symbol of joy and music, was now a crime scene. The fire that raged symbolized the destructive path Heather and Kevin had chosen. The flames consumed evidence, but they couldn't erase the horror of their actions. That night, a life was cruelly cut short, and Greeley would never be the same. The echoes of Scott's trumpet were silenced forever, leaving a gaping void in the heart of the town's music scene. In the courtroom, the weight of their actions came crashing down. The trial was a spectacle, the small town of Greeley thrust into the harsh glare of the national spotlight. The prosecution presented an ironclad case. Evidence and testimonies painted a chilling picture of obsession gone horribly wrong. Heather, the siren who lured Scott to his untimely end, was condemned to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Kevin, the jealous lover who carried out the act, received the same sentence. The gavel's echo in the silent courtroom signified more than just the end of the trial. It marked the end of 2 more lives lost to this tragedy. The justice system had spoken, but even as the prison cell door clanged shut behind them, the question lingered. Was justice truly served, or was it just another chapter in a cycle of loss and despair? Justice was served, but at a heavy cost.